welcome to the Linux channel. So it's been a while ever since I posted a video. I was really busy with some project. I was awake till late night, almost up to 4 or 5 a.m. and I just got a break, and I thought I can cover something quite interesting. I want to discuss about network drivers, and in particular about the classification of various drivers. Okay, the thing is, anyone who learn about kernel, they get a lot confused, and as well I do get sometimes students, especially when they are in some academics, PhD or masters, they explore something with respect to their project, and as well even guys who are working in the industry. I felt this will little bit help them to understand where to navigate and how to understand the big picture of that whole stuff. Okay, the point about this video is all about the classification of network drivers. Okay, see, one thing is, as you go to the kernel source, you can get this net folder. So this contains the sort of network subsystem. Okay, and it's just not this alone. When you think about the network subsystem, there are also various drivers, and those drivers have been put under that drivers folder. So you can go inside this and go to the drivers, and you can navigate to this net, and inside net you should able to find various of course, I mean, you should able to find all this network drivers. But the thing is, when you go inside, navigate and go inside this Ethernet and stuff like that, you will get various vendor specific hardware, and so you will find all this hardware specific drivers. So something can be some USB Ethernet or USB Wi-Fi or some PCI Wi-Fi or Ethernet card, various hardware drivers. So you get all the drivers over here, but on the other side there are also other various network subsystem drivers. These are virtual drivers. Okay, so what happens is, like your local host loopback interface and stuff like that, like I cover many times in various videos, you will find those drivers here. See, you can find it over here. Loopback is there, and you can also find this dummy interface. Once recently I covered about this dummy interface, and then various other drivers you can see there, TUNTAP and VETH and VRF and VXLAN and so on. Okay, and yeah, that's what you find, all these drivers. So these are not bound by any hardware. These are various virtual drivers, and each one provides a specific feature, and so you can create any instance from this driver, and then you can interconnect your virtual ports, and you can sometimes interconnect your virtual ports with the real physical ports. Hence you get see, if you do this ifconfig, okay, you get this, right? Let me increase the font size. So you get this, you can see there one, this is my LAN port or Ethernet port, and you have this loopback interface and stuff. So you can of course create various stuff like bridges and other stuff, and you can interconnect. So you get all this stuff. Other than that, if you go to the net folder, as you see here, it contains mostly various networking subsystem. You have this IPv4 stack, IPv6 stack, and various other network subsystem. We can't strictly say it is drivers. So I am saying, if you are really serious about network device drivers or something, it's not drivers you learn and you will become an expert. You need to you need to be, like I always say, first you need to be a kernel developer, then you need to be good in networking subsystem, provided you should be first good in networking. Okay, even before you are good in network kernel. So And so as a part of it, you can see there are various subsystems. See, these are specifically cannot be called as drivers, because as you see here, this is a subsystem, and this I mean the whole thing is networking subsystem. In that there are various other subsystems within that. So you see there are various network stack, okay, we can call as even network stack. So you can see there are various network stack. You have V4 stack and V6 stack and stuff like that. And as you navigate, you should also find like this bridging stuff. See, I had sometime a confusion why this bridge is not a part of drivers, because the bridge interface, as we create BRCTL and we create this bridge interfaces, is like a virtual driver. Okay, so why they have put over here, why it is not inside the drivers folder, is sometimes the bridge stack itself provides you the net filter hooks and everything, and just as similar to your V4 forward stack, I mean this entire IPv4. Okay, so if you search Linux network architecture, some sort of a picture, you will get that V4 thing, which is not fully exactly what it represents. It's just a part of the network subsystem. In that, it's just mentioning about V4. It's not completely the entire network subsystem. Okay, it's just V4. Okay, so along with this you have V6, you have other network stack, and of course below is your drivers, and above is your other top layers. As you see here, they are not putting about I mean they are not mentioning this TCP UDP transport layer stuff, and then above that you have this sockets and so on actually. So it's just a small part. Okay, so that way if you see the bridge has the whole flow almost equivalent to this. You have BR forward, BR input, and stuff like that. So you can have net filter hooks. Maybe the reason, okay, you find the bridge over here. You go here, see bridge, and you go to this BR forward. You should able to find this net filter hook. Net filter, we search as net filter, or I am sorry, NF hook, and you can see the net filter hook. You can find this thing, post routing and stuff like that. Okay, so same way, if you search further, you should find anything else apart from that. Yeah, you can see their forward finish and stuff like that. So you have various net filter hooks over here. So I suspect maybe the reason it is inside this net folder, it is not inside the bridge folder. So even I am not sure, but it is as good as any driver, because once you initiate a bridge interface, you will get this virtual interface. Of course you will do that adding members and stuff to that bridge interface. So it is as good as any driver, but it is arranged in this way. Maybe it is the case that you have this net filter and stuff. Even I am not sure why it is not inside the drivers folder. If anyone who is an expert, who has their own opinion or their point of view, can communicate in mail or comments. So it is here, and that way we navigate the drivers. You can see one interesting thing is drivers net, and then you will find this bonding stuff. So you have various I mean you have various files, of course, for that bonding feature, and so obviously this treated as well as a driver. So hence it is inside this drivers net. So but in the case of bridging, it is as good as any other driver, but it provides a more of a it provides more of a service like stuff. Okay, maybe that, and maybe since it has this net filter, and since it is quite as equivalent as any network stack, they have put inside this net folder. That doesn't mean that it is not a driver. It is a driver, because you create this bridge interface, and it is strictly a driver. We can do that right away. BRCTL, yeah, it is supported. So BRCTL, add BR, say bridge 0, sudo, and then what we do is if config bridge 0 up, okay, again sudo, and if config, you can see there it has come over here. So it is as good as any driver. So it is in a sort of network driver, and it is once again a virtual network driver, which means it is not inclined with any hardware. It's a purely a virtual driver. So hence it is a driver, but it is not inside that drivers folder. Hence I would like to conclude. So in this way it's just not what the features or things you find inside the driver folder alone can be called as network drivers. Even outside you can see there. So these things are also drivers, but it is that blurring that line exactly. It can be like a more of a network stack, but at the same time it is also a driver. So hence I am saying if you are getting into the same, you are trying to understand, just see that if it is a core device specific drivers, usually of course they will be in this drivers net, and then you can traverse. And if it is any added features, it is any virtual port, it is meant to do something like this stuff over here, dummy interface and loopback and stuff. See, that is why this loopback interface, whatever you get is coming from this driver. So it is emulating a port which is not there, hence it is hardware independent. So it is it's a virtual driver. So over here again you have the stun tap, again they are virtual drivers. There is no hardware there is no hardware connected to this. So again it's a virtual driver. So same way when it comes to this bridge, it is also a virtual driver, and it is like a service it is offering. So there is an exception. The bridge is a huge stack, and then it also has this net filter hooks and other things. Maybe the overall reason it is categorized as that. And moreover, when it is just a driver, all you have is that net device stuff, and you have this registration and other stuff with respect to net device stuff. But when it comes to bridge interface, the bridge interface can attach any ports to it. Hence maybe the reason it is not over here. So again it needs more understanding. So but you can see there. So that is what it is. So as you traverse, you have all these drivers, and the other categorized ones, you find any physical layer categorization over here. Hence you get this Ethernet and various things, and then you will get that core hardware specific drivers. Usually you will have a driver meant for some controller, and that controller can be purchased by any company. Let's imagine my motherboard is a gigabit motherboard, it has a Intel controller. So when I want the Ethernet support, it has that Intel NIC card drivers, but it is actually not an Intel NIC card, it is a inbuilt motherboard Ethernet port which has an Intel controller. Hence it has that driver over there. So in my case it is like I mentioned in many videos, if I want to change anything in my drivers, or if I want to add some debugging, something like that, I need to go over here and I need to play around, because this is the driver exactly it is loaded in my system. So lsmod E1000 lsmod grep E1000 you can find there. So this is the driver which this thing is using. My motherboard is have that inbuilt Ethernet port which contains the Intel controller, and so this is the driver. But having said, it is not an Intel NIC card, so you may buy like this any third party vendor NIC cards. Again they may have a specific controller, then you will have the drivers for that. So this way you can later go through the hardware specific drivers. So some of these are PCI, some of these are USB, and it again depends. Okay, so that's what. So hope this gives some big picture. So you have the whole subsystem of networking, and so you have this network folder, and then you have mostly the drivers of networking. Hence you have this drivers net folder. In the drivers net, usually you will find all these virtual drivers along with the real physical network hardware drivers. but there are exceptions. Sometimes in the net folder also you will find some sort of a service like bridging, but the code, the whole stuff is inside this net folder, not inside the driver's net folder. So hope that clarifies, because sometimes I do get queries when I take sessions with my students. Then we need to kind of navigate, and we need to get that thing addressed and clarified. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything to discuss, be in touch via mail or YouTube comments. Thanks a lot for joining me. Stay tuned. Have a nice day. Bye bye.